Hello, my name is Dr. Nathan Peterson, and today we're going to be discussing what is a subluxation. So, according to my slides, a subluxation is defined by a minor misalignment of your spine or your vertebrae, causing irritation to the nerve with loss of normal function. Now, an easier way to talk about this is what we say as chiropractors, it's a bone out of place. Now, this bone out of place can actually affect you in many different ways. Specifically, it can affect communication from your brain to any cell, tissue, or organ in your body because it goes down your spinal cord, and if your spine is out of place, then that could easily affect how your nerves relate to your body. This is also known as nerve interference, when your nerves are interfered by a bone out of place, or, as we said, a subluxation. Why are subluxations so bad, you ask? Well, when a vertebrae, or your bone out of place, is misaligned, it puts pressure on the nerves in that area, thereby cutting off communication from your brain to that area supplied by the nerve. For example, think about in your arm. If one of your bones are out of place in your upper back, it can actually cause nerve agitation or irritation all the way down to your fingers. Obviously, this is considered a bad thing. No one wants to have nerve irritation or tingling, numbness, any of those things into their arms. Thus, getting adjusted by a chiropractor to correct that bone out of place will help decrease those symptoms. Now, what causes a subluxation? As we said, plain and simple, it's bone out of place. If you can look at that slide, you can see how that nerve is a little bit irritated because of the subluxated vertebrae or the bone out of place just above it. Now, what causes a subluxation is a good question, and is also the basis for all of my lectures. What causes a subluxation can be broken into three categories, more likely three major stressors that cause subluxations. They are emotional stress, physical stress, and chemical stress. You're bombarded by these stressors all the time, so that they are constantly causing different bones to go out of place, different nerve agitations, and on top of that, all of these stressors are present 100% of the time. Everybody, both young and old, experience these stressors. This means your body is under constant stress from different sources, whether it be physical, emotional, or chemical. And all of these stressors lead to that terrible word, subluxation. A good example is gravity. Gravity pushes down on us 24 hours a day. That means you're constantly being bombarded by this physical stressor. Looking at the picture, you can see how heavy your head is. Now, gravity's constantly pushing down, but if you bring your head a little bit forward, about 3 inches, it can actually be equivalent to about 42 pounds being pushed down instead of 12. A lot of people have problems with this because of their cell phones. If you look down at a 60-degree angle, it is equivalent to an 8-year-old sitting on your head. Now, what can be done about these subluxations? Being adjusted by your chiropractor is essential to your health and reducing subluxations. Although we cannot eliminate all the stressors of your life, we can eliminate those subluxations caused by those stressors. Instead of treating your symptoms, your doctor of chiropractic is primarily interested in detecting, reducing, and preventing these subluxations from happening. But, you ask, how does my chiropractor get rid of subluxations? Well, as a doctor of chiropractic, I went to school for 8+ years where I focused specifically on how to correct vertebral subluxations, or how to correct those bone out of place. Chiropractors specialize in adjusting the spine to remove subluxations, which in turn restores health naturally. You've all felt this before, most likely, in terms of feeling those cracks or pops, or us using the machine to help correct your spinal vertebrae, getting those bones back to where they need to go. So, if I'm constantly bombarded by these stressors, how often should I see my chiropractor? Now, our goal is to get you to what we call maintenance care. Now, maintenance care is only achieved after you reach maximum correction. So, most likely we'll put you on a treatment plan before seeing you, 3 times a week, then 2 times a week, then 1 time a week, until we get you to a point in which your spine is much more stable than it was before. Now, we wish that would be all it was, that we could send you on your way and you'd never have another subluxation again, but because of all those common stressors that you're experiencing, that's not the case. We're going to have to continue to see you between 1 to 4 times per month. This is what's called maintenance care. This is just a monthly checkup to kind of check out your spine, make sure it's still stable, make sure it hasn't lost any stability in certain areas, and help to offset all those stressors that you're constantly feeling. With maintenance care, we can help restore alignment, improve and sustain mobility, relieve pain and stiffness caused by all 3 of the stressors. Now, if we all get these stressors, who can benefit from chiropractic? The answer is everyone can benefit. In our clinic, we have doctors who specialize in treating all individuals. For example, I did an internship for about 1.5 years where I specialized in infant and maternal health, which means I can adjust a baby the day that it's born. Now, Dr. Hembry is great at adjusting our geriatric population, so we can literally see you every single day for your whole life. We have the ability to adjust everyone, every time. So what are you waiting for? Let's get the whole family scheduled to eliminate those subluxations, and everyone can be subluxation free. Now, let's discuss one of the 3 major stressors in detail a little bit further.